One of the most significant sound therapy systems and devices for tinnitus is the Widex Sound Relax. And today I'm going to explain some details about this device, the software behind it, the sound therapy that you can listen to within it, and how it can provide help with relaxation, attention, focus, and relief from tinnitus. My name is Ben Thompson, audiologist and founder of Treble Health. At Treble Health, we started working with Widex devices earlier in 2023, and the success we've had has been significant. If you're looking for solutions for tinnitus, then I do recommend considering Widex. And I'm going to share in this presentation what is Widex Sound Relax, what's the theory and science behind it, some experience from our audiology team of how it's used. I will share some sound samples of the Sound Relax, and then finally explain some more details about what your options are for getting this device on your ears. First, I want to introduce myself a bit more. Again, my name is Ben. And a number of years ago, I was working at a clinic in San Francisco, and a patient drove 4 hours from Lake Tahoe, California, from the Sierra Nevada mountains to our clinic in San Francisco for a tinnitus specialty consultation. And that was my aha moment, that if someone was willing to drive 4 hours to get help, then there's something wrong with the system. There needs to be more accessibility for tinnitus care. That individual had gone to their local ENT doctor and their local audiologist, and they were told some version of, look, I don't have many options for you. There's not much you can do for tinnitus. I think you just have to manage it. But that's not true. There are many things that you can do for tinnitus, sound therapy treatment being one of the leading options. So eventually I started a YouTube channel and started to make educational videos for the tinnitus community. That led into offering services via telehealth over Zoom directly to patients. And then we started to work with medical devices for tinnitus. And fortunately, they have remote programming capabilities. So we're able to send these devices to the patient's home. And based on a recent in-person hearing test that they've had, we're able to modify and adjust and program those devices on the ears to be fine-tuned for their needs. It's changed many people's lives, and today we're recognized as the nation's leader in tinnitus care. Here on the screen, you can see some of our fellow audiologists. We have 8 audiologists working on our team, all specialized in tinnitus, all working via telehealth. So what is the Sound Relax and what is Widex? Well, Widex is a manufacturer of hearing devices. That means tinnitus maskers that go on the ears. That means hearing aids. And they have focused on the research and development of tinnitus. So specifically, what kind of technology products in the ears can help someone with tinnitus? That's been their focus. And they're often recognized as the leading device manufacturer of hearing aids and tinnitus maskers for people with tinnitus. The Sound Relax is a specific sound therapy that is created for the Widex devices. And this is something that can be activated by your audiologist and give you this multi-layered sound therapy that provides relief. So I'm going to explain more details about Sound Relax from there. Living with tinnitus can be incredibly challenging. The constant ringing in your ears and the frustration of not finding relief. Hi, it's Dr. Ben Thompson, founder of Treble Health. Back in 2020, I started this YouTube channel because there were so many people who were struggling to find help for their tinnitus. As the channel grew, I decided to offer tinnitus solutions directly to patients, all from the comfort of home via telehealth. Today, our team at Treble Health is recognized as the nation's leader in tinnitus care. I'd like to introduce the Tinnitus Relief Bundle by Treble Health. Our bundle is backed by science and designed to provide long-lasting relief from tinnitus.
I feel like Treble Health literally gave me my life back. I was questioning my entire future and what it would be like, and now I no longer question that at all.
Imagine getting back to living a full and productive life. Treble Health's Tinnitus Relief Bundle can help you find the relief you've been searching for. Visit our website at treblehealth.com/bundle to learn more and start your journey towards tinnitus relief today with a risk-free trial. Plus, mention that you came from YouTube and you'll get our top-rated tinnitus sound machine for free. Treble Health. Relief from tinnitus starts here. As you can see, this individual is wearing a device up and behind her ear, and that device has a thin wire going inside the ear canal. And this device is a Widex tinnitus masker or hearing aid. This can be programmed with SoundRelax, these specific sounds inside of the devices, and the user can adjust them from behind the ear as well as through an app on the phone. But let's make something very clear. The SoundRelax is coming from within the device. It's not Bluetooth streaming from the phone. That means if the cell phone is off, this device is still able to play the SoundRelax and give sound therapy. That's a big difference. And Widex is the only manufacturer that has the SoundRelax inside of the devices. Let's talk about the science behind SoundRelax. The specific sounds use something called fractal tones, and these sound like soothing chimes. In just a moment, you'll be able to listen to two of our top SoundRelax tones, but this sounds like soothing chimes mixed in with other natural sound therapies. For example, ocean wave, layered with soothing chimes, layered with other sounds like pink noise. So there's a lot of customization that can happen there. The SoundRelax are proprietary sounds, meaning that you can't get them inside of other devices directly. The only way to potentially listen to them on other tinnitus maskers or hearing aids would be through Bluetooth streaming, because the Widex Zen tones and similar SoundRelax tones are either available through different apps or on YouTube. But the preferred system and the more sustainable system for reduction of tinnitus would be having the sounds coming from within the devices themselves that we can use during most waking hours. The goal here is to retrain the brain where the tinnitus is coming from, where we find the tinnitus. It's in the auditory brain. The goal here is to reduce that over time by using this sound therapy during most waking hours. And let me stress that this does work. There is absolutely hope for you if you're looking for sound therapy to be a treatment for tinnitus. This, in my opinion, is something that most people get wrong, but those who get it right and have the right program in place have consistently shown their ability to reduce the perception, the awareness, and very often the volume or the loudness of tinnitus. On the left of the screen here, you can see the basic theory behind the science of SoundRelax and overall tinnitus management through the Widex devices. In the bottom right, there's something called fractal tones, and this is what we just described here. On the bottom left, stress reduction and relaxation. On the top left, one-on-one counseling and coaching from an audiologist, for example, one who's on our team at Treble Health. We focus on getting out of the anxiety, stress, tinnitus, fight or flight response, and instead having accurate thinking, having structure, having a plan in place, having the ability to be proactive and have some control over tinnitus. And then finally, in the top right, for individuals who do have some hearing loss, which the hearing test would have shown us, hey, there may have been some hearing loss on the hearing test. For those individuals, we can program these Widex tinnitus maskers as hearing aids as well. And a hearing aid gives some amplification of sound that you otherwise were not hearing. So the amplification piece is something key that I do not want our patients to forget about either. Here is a study from Widex. This is a white paper or an internal study that was published of 20 individuals who use SoundRelax. What the individuals were asked to do is to listen to the 8 soundscapes that SoundRelax provides. And that is winter, spring, summer, autumn, blossom, breeze, seaside, and swells. Listen to those 8 sounds and provide some feedback on what was your favorite sound, which sound provided the most relief from your tinnitus. And then the users were asked some questions about that sound. For example, how much did you enjoy the sound on a scale of 1 to 10? How much did it affect your well-being or your peace of mind? How much did it affect your ability to concentrate or focus? And then how did it affect your relaxation? So you can see the users here reported that on average, it was between an 8 out of 10 or on average hovering around a 9 out of 10 in terms of their preferred sound and how it affected their day-to-day functioning. So this is a great result, and this is better than any sound therapy that I would compare it to. So this shows us that the SoundRelax gives a lot of benefit to patients who can choose the one that works best for them and then have it played in their ears in a way that's providing relief from tinnitus. In addition to simply choosing the sounds that mix in the best with your tinnitus, individuals can also adjust things like the sound quality, the pitch, the volume, the timing of the sounds. And then the audiologist on our side of it, every time that we meet with a patient via telehealth, we are adjusting those devices to provide the maximum benefit and customize it for your needs. Not everyone hears the same type of tinnitus. Some people hear a high pitch sound, some people hear a buzzing, others hear a hissing. Sometimes it's different in one ear versus the other. So we need options. And fortunately, with the Widex devices over telehealth, our team at Treble Health is able to really customize the settings to provide the best possible treatment outcome for our patients. I'm going to play 2 samples of SoundRelax in just a moment. But before I do, I wanted to share something which I think is very neat and interesting. I asked our audiology team if anyone had any feedback on the Widex devices and how they're helping their patients. And I had a in-depth conversation with Dr. Mark Partain, who's an audiologist on our team. He specializes in tinnitus. He has tinnitus himself. And I asked him some questions about using the devices and what he experienced. So I'm going to read these from my phone right now. Dr. Mark had this to say. He said, "The randomness of the SoundRelax tones are very good. If people have a pattern in their sound therapy, then they may accidentally put too much attention on their tinnitus. But with SoundRelax, those specific tones help break up this pattern and provide these random sounds which no one can fixate their attention to." So that's really helpful. Dr. Mark also said that he likes that the tones with SoundRelax are random and they break patterns. Dr. Mark has seen the most success with 2 SoundRelax sounds in particular, Blossom and Autumn. He is quoted saying, "They are so good because there are 2 different elements to distract from tinnitus at the same time. For example, ocean waves and the soothing chimes. This makes it hard for my patients to notice their tinnitus," he says. Dr. Mark also said that with SoundRelax, 30% of his patients have immediate relief as soon as they put the devices in their ears and are surprised at how quickly their tinnitus maskers make them feel better. Dr. Mark says that almost every patient comes to their 2-week follow-up appointment to report that they really like the SoundRelax. And finally, Dr. Mark says that some patients are, quote, shocked when they hear the SoundRelax because they didn't believe it was possible that tinnitus maskers could make such a big difference in their ability to focus and have peace of mind. Let's now go ahead and listen to Blossom. So I'm going to play the sound right now. Just be cautious. I don't want the audio on your computer or phone to be too loud. So I'm going to play it. Here we go. Very good. In addition to Blossom, let me play the other sound Dr. Mark had great things to say about, and that was Autumn. All right. Well, after those sounds, I'm already feeling relaxed. I do enjoy them. And I'm the kind of person that always likes to have some sound around me. So I often do have soothing sounds, and I don't use them specifically for my tinnitus. My tinnitus is mild and doesn't really need any more sound therapy treatment or anything like that. But I just like to have sound enrichment around me. So again, to review, the unique advantages of SoundRelax are that those sounds which are customized for tinnitus and are played through the devices in the ears, that makes the most sustainable, effective path forward to have tinnitus treatment via sound therapy. And other devices do not have those SoundRelax, those 8 soundscapes inside of the devices. They could potentially stream them through YouTube or through an app, but it's just not the same. The SoundRelax provides the maximum customization from both the user side and from the audiologist side, controlling loudness, pitch, sound quality, the speed of the sound, other things like this. There's a lot of customizations that can happen within the app. And overall, in my opinion, this is the best sound therapy system that can be worn on an individual's ears. And in my opinion, sound therapy is one of the most important things to do for tinnitus reduction. That's been validated and verified by independent researchers, leading PhD scientists, as well as the audiology field in general. We know that sound therapy treatment works, and it should be used in unison with stress reduction, a holistic view on the psychology, the negative mental reactions. So using some CBT, some cognitive behavioral therapy techniques with some stress reduction, maybe some mindfulness, maybe some meditation, maybe a holistic view on well-being, and having these devices in the ears with sound therapy treatment. Plus, we can adjust these specific devices so that they can work for someone who has some hearing loss. That makes them tinnitus maskers plus hearing aids. We take that whole comprehensive viewpoint, and that leads to the best outcomes for our patients. Hands down, we see that every day. So for those who are looking for help or solutions with tinnitus, I would highly recommend using the Widex Sound Relax with Treble Health. Our team of audiologists are specialized in this. We do this every day, all day, and we see a lot of success with Sound Relax and with Widex. So that means you can get potentially the best devices, the best hardware for tinnitus, as well as, in my opinion, the best audiology care. Those who are passionate, empathetic, and specialized in this, and we can work together to help you. So if you'd like to work with our team at Treble Health, you can find us. We're here to help, and we can help you out with the Widex devices and the Sound Relax. Let me explain some options for the specific style of the devices. The receiver in canal on the left side of the screen, this is the most popular. About 95% of users use this device. Many people want something that's completely invisible in the ear, but what we quickly learn in the world of tinnitus is that it's a mistake to completely close your ear canal, and these devices are occluding the ear canal. So they go deep in the ear canal and they make your tinnitus louder, and they make all other sounds sort of processed. You can't hear ambient sound the same way. Therefore, these devices here are only applicable to someone who has a significant hearing loss in both ears. These devices here, this behind the ear model, this also typically comes with a custom mold, but this is only for people with very severe levels of hearing loss, and it's actually more noticeable than anything else on the screen. So for all those reasons, the receiver in the canal device is the most popular. It also has the Bluetooth connectivity. It has the rechargeable batteries and this rubber tip that goes inside of the ear canal. It does not occlude or block your ear in the same way that something like this does, or earplugs or headphones or AirPods. That's the big difference between ability to hear ambient sound compared to these devices. So definitely get tinnitus maskers if you can. Don't use AirPods, don't use headphones, don't use these in the canal hearing aids. That's really not in your best interest to promote a treatment of these devices long term. I'm showing some images in the screen right now of how these devices look up and behind the ear, as well as how the app is used by individuals in their home or out in more different environments like at work or with friends. And you can see they're discreet. They sit up and behind the ear. We typically choose a color that blends in with the hair. And then this wire is translucent and it's sitting alongside the skin with that little high fidelity speaker inside of the ear canal. Let me share a story about Janet, who used the Widex Sound Relax. Janet said, "It has been 10 days since I began using the maskers and I already feel a difference. I am less aware of the constant buzzing in my ear. I also went to UCLA, which is the University of California, Los Angeles Hospital, for a consultation regarding my specific medical condition, which likely brought on my quick onset of tinnitus. And I showed the doctor the maskers. The doctor said they were a great idea and could understand how they would help. I'm very pleased." That was Janet, who left us a review a few weeks ago on our Trustpilot for Treble Health. So again, this is the pair of the Widex tinnitus maskers with Sound Relax. You can get these through Treble Health. We typically have prices that are 40% less than an in-person clinic. Plus, we typically have tinnitus specialized care that's about 200% more focused than the average audiologist or the average clinic. So in my opinion, this is the best tool available to manage tinnitus, and it's something to consider trying. Included in the devices when you work with us and our team are 3 private video visits. That means I pair you with one of our leading audiologists who specialize in tinnitus, and you can work with us for 3 appointments where we customize the devices and we give you some other tools and tips and techniques for how to reduce tinnitus. We also have a group coaching program, which you can join. This meets every 2 weeks. So you get 3 months of our group coaching program. Any Treble Health patient is invited. And what we focus on are things like techniques for sleep, focus, attention, concentration, stress reduction, getting out of any anxiety loops, getting advice on certain topics. I love it because you can learn from others who are further along in the process than you. And this is a very positive peer-to-peer group led by audiologists. We have a pair of the Widex tinnitus maskers. That includes the video visits with your audiologist and the group coaching sessions. So all of this together to work with us with the Widex and the SoundRelax. The offer we have is $279 a month for 12 months, and that includes a 45-day no-risk trial. Again, this is a money-back guarantee period. So you sign up to work with us, and then as soon as these devices arrive to your house in 5 to 7 days, you start using them, and we have our audiology specialist join on Zoom, adjust the devices for you, customize them for you. That begins a 45-day period where you get to use our program and start to see the benefits. If for any reason during those 45 days you wanted or needed to return them, then we accept those returns, no problem at all. And that's a money back guarantee period. So that's why we call it a no risk trial. You do have to sign up to pay for the program to start, but if for any reason you needed or wanted to return them, then we would refund the amount that you paid 100%. Thank you so much.